City Series cigars and Citrus 7s, black cement 3s, 4s, the hairs and bread 11s. No doubt that I'll be wearing some fire at any sighting. With these Doran Becker 5s, you can see me in any lighting. It's exciting, I'll be flexing to the coldest degree. What's up, everybody? It's Sneakerhead M Checks. I got the 2025 Gamma Blue 11s releasing Saturday, December 13th. So as usual, we're going to take a close detail look at the shoe from all angles. I'm going to put these on and step around them so y'all can see they look on feet. I also have the original Gamma Blue 11s from 2013. So I'll be comparing the two throughout the video, and then afterwards I'll go over all the differences. After that, I'm going to share my opinion on these, and then I'm going to talk about release predictions, when to buy, reselling predictions, when to sell, and all that stuff. So let's get right to it. Really heavy blue on these right here on the outsole. Patent leather's nice and shiny, of course. They got that newer Jordan 11 shape with the rounder toe and slightly different cuts and stuff. We'll take a closer look at that later. Slightly darker yellow here. It's just a little bit more mustardy than it was on the 2013 pair. But everything else is really the same from this angle. He's got the OG style high patent leather cut that we've been getting on Jordan 11 releases lately. Back in 2013, 11s were not being made like that, so you could see on the original pair how the patent leather is a lot lower. Also, if you look at the Jumpman on the 2013 pair, on his left shoe, the Jumpman is dunking towards the right. On the 2025 pair, is dunking towards the left. On the right shoe, they're both dunking in the same direction year to year. So to say that in a less confusing way, on the 2013 release, both Jumpmen are dunking towards the right, and on the 2025 release, they are dunking in opposite directions. And also, if you look at them closely, 2025 next to 2013, you see the Jumpman's a little bit lighter on the new pair. It's really not that big of a difference, but the 2013 pair just seems a little bit more turquoise. The stitching also pops out a little bit more. You can see on the new pair it's just a little bit more flat. But leave me a comment and let me know what your preference is on the Jumpman. Do you like them going in the same direction like the originals, or do you fuck with the opposite directions, or do you not care? And here on the inner side, it's the same thing with the patent leather. It's just way higher on these than it is on the original pair. You'll be able to see the difference more when we zoom out, but it's all around from here all the way to the front. See what I'm talking about? Really in the front. I feel like the front is the crazy difference, especially on this side. And not that this patent leather is any higher than any of the other 11s we've been getting lately, but it's just a big difference between these and the 2013s. Here on the back, you can see that between these and the original pair, that not only is the patent leather cut higher, but the shoe itself is just taller. Not by a whole lot, it's pretty minor. It actually looks more significant than it really is, but like if I put one of each on the same surface, you can see the 2025s come up a little bit higher. Oh, and also the 23 on the back here on the new pair is a little bit more dull than the original. See how it's like a little bit more mustardy over here? These, it's, you know, it's just not as vibrant on the new pair. Even if I turn the lights all the way down, you can see this is just lighter. All black interior. Insoles have a yellow Jumpman. Paper down in here. No shoe trees like these had. Like I was saying earlier, the outsoles on these seem to have a heavier blue tint. Now I know that the 2013 pair that I have is discolored now, but I don't ever remember these being this blue. And they seem less translucent too. Like this looks really foggy compared to these. If we look at this part, because this part is not discolored, you said you could just kind of see through it a little bit more than this. This just seems really solid, but it still looks nice if you ask me. The box on these is really thin and light, like weight-wise, compared to the one that the originals came in. You got the black and Gamma Blue colors on it. No yellow, though. It's not a pull-out box like these were with the cover on top and everything. It's just a folding lid, white inside with the Jordan 11's box paper in here. And here's the box label. Air Jordan 11 Retro in black, Gamma Blue and black. Here's a quick all-around view of the shoe. Alright, now see they look on feet.
Yeah, you fucking with a bag flipper. Get into it way quicker than your last nigga. Get into it fast. Really in a different class, nigga. I came dolo, but I end up going back with her. I just wanna stack paper, get it fast with you. Yeah. I keep it coming like I can't manage to last with her. Coming different ways. You fucking with a bag flipper. Get into it.
So in comparison to the original Gamma Blue 11s from 2013, the 2025 pair has a higher patent leather cut all around, a less translucent outsole with a heavier tint of blue. The Jumpman flipped in the opposite direction here on the left shoe. A different, taller overall shape. A very slightly different shade of blue here on the Jumpman, as well as this part on the outsole, and slightly different shades of yellow as well. So I think these look good. It's a nice colorway to begin with. I've grown to appreciate these more and more over the years. I remember the year they first came out, I was actually hating on them at first, because before they confirmed this colorway releasing, there were rumors that the 2013 2013 holiday 11s release was going to be a black high top snakeskin colorway. There was a mock-up image going around and I thought these were crazy. I was really looking forward to them for a while, and then I finally heard that those weren't going to release and that we were getting a gamma blue colorway instead. And I was so mad they wasn't doing the snakeskin so more. I was on some hating shit like, nah, fuck the gamma blues, them shits is whack. We were supposed to get the snakeskins, not those. Completely overlooking the fact that these was fire too. They just wasn't as nice as the snakeskins to me, and I felt like they could have did a little better, which they could have, but this is still a nice colorway. And to this day, I'm still mad they never did those snakeskins. I don't even think there were ever even any samples made of those, like just that mock-up photo. And then not hearing anything about them ever again releasing is really disappointing, especially with all the bullshit we've gotten here and there over the years. Like, they could have did those. It didn't have to be a holiday release. You know, it could have been like a Year of the Snake thing. I know they like to do that. 2013 was Year of the Snake in China, and actually this year, 2025, is also Year of the Snake. So this would have been a good year to drop those. Like I said, whether it's holiday release or not. But for now, I'm gonna just accept the fact that I may never see those released. So after I kind of got over that, I was able to take a step back and realize these shits really is fire. So I eventually ended up getting a pair, and they still not my favorite 11s, not even my favorite non-OG 11s colorway, but Gammas is fire. This new pair is valid. I think the heavier blue on the outsole is an improvement. I'm not sure how it'll look aged and discolored compared to these, but right now it really looks nice. These definitely could have did without the high patent leather cut though. I know that's just how they make 11s now. It's not a deal breaker for me, but I personally like the lower cut a lot better, even on OG colorways, to be honest. And the other differences between these two don't really move me either way, so it's really just between the patent leather cut and the outsole color for me. So I really gotta ask myself, do I prefer the lower patent leather cut with the less appealing outsole, or the prettier outsole with the higher patent leather cut that I don't prefer? Decisions. I don't know, I feel like from the side these look better just because I like the lower patent leather cut, but then from the front, something about the shape on these looks a lot better to me. And maybe this isn't the best angle for it, but I know when I look at them like this from like a wearing point of view, the shape on the 2025s look better. I'm leaning towards the new ones just because even though these are clean, these just look like more refreshed. And that could be more of a worn versus unworn thing as opposed to a 2013 Gammas versus 2025 Gammas thing. So maybe selling them both and getting a dead stock 2013 pair is the way to go for me. Not that they're retroing. I'm sure I could find a new original pair at a decent price, but I don't know. I'd have to look into it. I think if I could finesse a 2013 pair unworn with no discoloration for like $250 or less, I'd do it. If not, I'd probably just keep it simple and stick with these. Because even though I prefer the lower cut, the higher cut's tolerable, and I really like the outsole on these. I know it's not going to stay like this, you know, as soon as I wear them, or even if I don't wear them, it's going to discolor, but it just looks so good. But leave me a comment and let me know how you feel about these and which release you like better, 2013 or 2025. So I was thinking these should be an easy cop because as of late, the holiday 11s usually are. They usually have really high stock. But looking at market right now, being only a few days away from release, the numbers are still higher than I expected. I'm not sure if not having a shock drop has impacted that. I don't think so, really. I really don't know why the price is like this, you know, like I said a couple days before, but with that being the case, you know, that's going to draw on all the resellers and that's going to make these harder to get. So these are definitely going to go Saturday. But either way, even though the market doesn't look like it right now, I still kind of got a feeling that these are going to end up being easy to get once places get the restock. I know the market on these right now and the way the Black Cat release just went has people scared. And I know they've played around with limited stock on a couple of releases this year, but I still feel like they can't have the holiday 11 like hard to get. You know what I mean? Like that's when people start committing crimes and stuff, and they don't want that. They've been doing good with mass producing the holiday 11 so that people don't commit any violent crimes for Jordans like they had done in the past before they were doing that. So I don't see them going back to that, especially in 2025 when people are just fucking crazier than ever. So I really feel like the restocks are going to be heavy, and you know, once they start restocking and pairs start going around, they're going to get closer to retail, which just keeps getting higher and higher, by the way. 235 is kind of crazy. But yeah, just remember how easy it ended up being getting Columbia's last year, or Gratitude's the year before that, or the red and white pair before that. Like all these holiday 11 releases be the same. They all be hype at first, you know, everybody's talking about them, everybody wants them. You see some early pairs go for some crazy prices, so it might seem like they're going to be hard to get for retail, but when it comes down to it, they always make enough pairs to try to satisfy everybody for the holidays. Once they hit all the retailers with that heavy stock and they restock over and over and over, they end up being real easy to get. With these having a even higher retail, and like I said, I don't see them limiting the stock on these. I don't know if they're going to make like over 1 million pairs like they did on the last couple of holiday 11s releases, but I'm sure they're going to make a lot, and yeah, I don't see that price lasting. I am going to be a little bit optimistic because although they've been consistent with the stock numbers and procedures the last few years on the holiday 11s, and I therefore see these doing the same, they have been shaking shit up this year and giving us surprises here and there with releases. And they already started moving a little different with not giving these a shock drop or early access release on sneakers, or sneakers pass reservation for these. However, I still stand on my predictions. I could be wrong. I hope not, because, you know, I don't like to be wrong, but we'll see. And just in case they do shake things up, or even if they don't, just to make things more convenient for you, do yourself a favor and enter every raffle you can for them to give yourself more chances. You don't even need to do EQL or anything like that that's going to charge you an extra fee. You could just do like Foot Locker, Champs, Dick's Sporting Goods if you got any of those near you. There's a few other retailers I'm trying to think. If they don't do first come first serve, then they're probably doing some type of raffle. So check with them, get in those raffles. Most of them are going to to tell you if you won or not by Friday. So if you do, you know you're good. And if you don't, you still have time to prepare for Saturday morning for all your first come, first serve retailers, whether that be online or in person or both. If you do all that, you got a really good chance at getting them. And that goes for any release. But especially something like this that I think there's going to be a lot of pairs of. You do all that, you're almost guaranteed a pair. It's going to be really risky for resellers, high retail, high stock. Depending on when you have them in hand, it's probably going to be tough to make more than a couple of dollars on these unless the market stays up where it is right now. So if you do get these to resell, obviously get them off as soon as you can because market's just going to fall as you wait. But if this was helpful in any way, I taught you anything, I really appreciate if you like the video. If you're interested in more reviews like this or any other sneaker related content, please do us both a favor and subscribe to my channel if you haven't done so already. Once you're subscribed, make sure you tap that little bell icon where the subscribe button was and select all. That way when I put a new video out, you get notified and you won't miss out on anything. Thank you all for watching. Everybody please stay safe and healthy out there, and I'll see you next time.